Hello, good morning. It has been like a second since I've done a YAP. It is April 20th, 21st. It's Tuesday, April 21st. I'm all messed up because I was gone over the weekend. I am going to take this moment to tell you all what is happening in Tara Priolo Studio, which I don't think I've really done on a YAP before. And if this is your first time listening, or you're just meeting me for the first time and you're seeing this on IG, like I said, I'm Tara Priolo. I am your resident Black, biracial, multi-passionate musician. I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about, and I also help you make the intangible tangible by removing the entanglements that you've placed upon your capital V voice. I do this in voice teaching. I do this in brand coaching, identity work, mindset work, all of the above, and I'm going to talk about some of those things today while I do my makeup. If you are watching, you will see that I am using the majority Black-owned products, which is a really interesting thing that y'all will need to watch Deconstruction Junction for, that I do with Love in Action Network. But that leads us into something. I am the interim operations manager of that business, led by visionary and chief visionary and empowerment officer at Ask Dr. Flo. And there's always things going on there between free programming and paid programming. I am also a member of Unfuckwithable with Flo, etc. So you are welcome to visit lovedandlovable.bio.link, which has 3 links to websites on it, and you can find your way there and explore. Let's see. What's going on in Tara Priolo Studio proper? I do have TPS Community Commons. That is where Liberation Conversations, Blackening the Canon, Lift Every Link, and like group free vocal coaching is existing right now. You are welcome to come over there. It's on WhatsApp. It's community on WhatsApp, and it's completely free. Eventually, there's going to be spaces that are paid, but for right now, it's free, okay? So I introduced a couple weeks ago the Liberated Voice Practice as the name of what I do in my vocal lessons and the curriculum that I have been able to build over the last 15 years of voice teaching. And I am looking for people at all of the tiers. So there is a membership tier. That's like $25 to $50 a month. There is a async tier, which will be heavily used during my maternity leave, July, August. And then there is a async, meaning essentially you send me content, I send you content back, you get access to all of my warm-ups, All of that information is available on my Instagram or by DMing me if you're interested. You can send me an email, whatever. And we never meet like face-to-face unless you'd like to upgrade once or twice or a few times, whatever. And that is like $100-ish a month. And this is all sliding scale, and we can make a pay what you can, or like a payment plan that works for you. Then the next tier is hybrid. And so that is every other week we would have a 45-minute lesson with the async support in between. And then of course there is the private lesson tier that many of you are most familiar with, where you get to meet with me weekly, and of course I give support in between. So all of those are an option. My lessons are going up in September to $85-ish an hour. I haven't raised my prices in about 2 years. I do try to keep it affordable, but once again, there is always the option of doing a payment plan that works for you. And we work on liberating your voice and liberating the entanglements that you've placed upon your voice. That is the wrong brush, girl. It's the wrong brush. I found a brush that I like better for blush, and I forgot about it. Let's see, what else? Okay, there is the I Dream a World. First of all, the album that came out at the beginning of January, which I do think I let you all know about on the Substack. It came out January 1st, 2026. It's a collection of 10 songs by all Black women composers, primarily living composers. One arrangement by me, some spirituals, some song cycles, great pieces to use in collegiate settings, in academic settings for like beginning singers and building the voice. That's Signal, by the way, in the background. I excuse me, turned off do not disturb to make sure that I am present to some of the things that I need to be present to this morning. And then, so you can go listen to I Dream a World at tarapriolo.bandcamp.com. You can also participate in the I Dream a World archive. There's several of those reels existing on my page and threads, where you just get to respond about what you're dreaming beyond what we are in right now. And eventually I will be making those into reels and like a literal project archive. I am also in the midst, there's 8 days left of my birthday drive, which is listening and donations at tarapriolo.bandcamp.com. We're trying to get to 500 listens, $1,000, You can also find that link at my primary link, tarapriolo.com/links. I'm trying to remember. I am going to be introducing a spiritual, like a class on spirituals, a little 3-day extravaganza, for the spirituals that are on my album, but also just spirituals in general and best practices when singing them as a non-Black person, and etc., and incorporating them into your studios as working pieces, because I think sometimes we think they're like affinity pieces. And yeah, so that's going to come. And then there will hopefully be like a teacher training program in the fall that works on curriculums. I want to talk about how I've built my curriculum, and I'll do that in another YAP because this one is already pretty long. I am sure there is stuff that I've missed, but make sure you are following me on Instagram if you're not already. That's where I primarily post that. If you're not on the main list, the but also list, that is happening. And yeah, there's just a ton of stuff going into maternity leave and then right after maternity leave. My baby is due at the beginning of July, but will likely come at the end of June. So we are working towards everything, and I would love to see some of you all in a 30-minute session to decide what's right for you. My first 30 minutes are always free. Always, always, always. If you've never taken a session with me, first 30 minutes is always free. And I do lots of group offerings that are low cost, free to low cost, donation based, etc. So would love to see you all around. DM me, email me at my website, visit things, follow me, etc. And I'm happy to have a conversation with you. All right. Joy is our revolution. I started with that today. Wow. Abolish ICE, ceasefire now in our hearts and in our minds. Make good trouble, do good work, and I will see you next time. Toodles.